What is up, everyone? It's Andrew, the brother of Peter, and just wanted to hop on here as I am out under the sun working out with my beautiful wife. But a thought dawned on me when it comes to Jesus and how he lived his life amidst all the noise, amidst all the stress he probably experienced, especially as he was in his public ministry. And as I was just working out, the first thing that came to my mind was how naturally Jesus, his disciples, and his culture took care of his body and took care of his well-being in the physical world. In the culture and society that we live in today, it's very, very easy to live sedentary, and I've been guilty of this in my job is my most recent work. And it's easy to not go walking or get out and do something physical because our bodies were meant to move, our bodies were meant to be uplifted, and God designed them to work and to be active. So when we fail to do this, often it probably creates negative effects on our bodies. I know there's studies out there that talk about people who don't work out are prone to more depression, are prone to more feelings of loneliness and hopelessness, aimlessness. So that's one thing, is that number one, Jesus and his disciples, they did everything. In terms of the physical world, their physical bodies, they were walking everywhere. They were hardly sedentary, most likely. And even whenever people would teach in the synagogues, often it was in a standing, walking movement situation. So just a thought there, but then also this notion of solitude, this idea of getting away and finding alone time with the Lord. I would highly, highly recommend that. Ever since 2021, I have made this a habit for myself. And it's been extremely beneficial for me because I get away from the noise of my life. I get away from the distractions of my phone. I get away from even my family. I get away from ministry. I get away from work. I'm alone, and the thoughts, the emotions, what's actually under the surface of my heart, my mind, are able to come and rise up, and it allows me to deal with those things, to bring them before Jesus, to give them to him, to commit them to him, to ask for his help, to ask for his provision. And solitude and just silence. Jesus was able to move away from crowds, go up to mountains and pray. And I think we ought to be people who find those places. Maybe it's in your home where you get your headphones on and put some noise canceling situations on there and you just figure that out. But for me, I'm able to go, there's a spot in the town that I live in where I'm able to just be by myself. There's no noise, hardly any noise except the birds and the creation. And it just allows me to deal with the Lord, to deal with myself, to repent, to confess, to give thanks, to meditate, to reflect on what God has done in my life. And there's just no room for distractions when you do that. So amidst the stress of your life, amidst the noise of your life, I just thought those two things would be helpful. Just to recognize the society that Jesus lived in, it promoted physical activity. That promotes well-being, mentally, emotionally, physically. And then, of course, Jesus, he got away and he helped people, or he helped set the model for us to do the same so that we could have communion and relationship with the Father and build that, but also to bring what's really going on in our life to him. And I promise you, you will be strengthened if you apply these two things in your life.